soul, reggae, gospel, and more united. The Collective Music Nation is a non-profit organization committed to the development of collective music. Free memberships are available now. Collective Music Nation. One voice. Strength in unity.
This is Miss Care keeping you connected with your iLive 5x5. Brought to you by iLive Music. Sponsored by Independent Hype. And powered by The Hook Entertainment. Contribute to the conversation by using hashtag iLive 5x5.
For the latest and greatest in soul music and more, stay tuned to iLive Radio throughout the week.
Connect with our team at iliveradio.com or follow us at iLive Radio across social platforms. The number one hit music station.
You're listening to iLive Radio. Changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Hey everyone, it's Donna from Talk with Savage Desires. Thank you for joining me on iLive Radio tonight. So tonight we have three beautiful, handsome, sweet gentlemen. I'm hoping that they're going to be very honest. We're going to be talking about relationship, love, dating, and everything that I throw on the table. So we're hoping that they're going to be honest and authentic. So tonight we have Patrick. He's a part of iLive Radio as well.
What's going on, everybody?
He's my always go-to person to talk to. And then we have Bobby and we have Lorenzo, who's going to be a part of this team. So guys, just be prepared for questions. And I want honest, authentic answers. Hi, everyone. Hi, Lorenzo. He's in, right? Can you hear me, Lorenzo?
Hello, Miss Savage. How are you?
Amazing. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm blessed as always.
As always. Bobby, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. Good evening. Hi, everyone.
Beautiful. So, as I was mentioning earlier, we have these three men, and we're going to be talking about relationship, dating, and what do men actually want in a woman. All right. So, you guys ready? I want honest and authentic responses. I don't want you to talk about what you think they want to hear, because we're strong, we're beautiful, and we can take it. Yes? I hope Cyber World is listening. Patrick?
I'm trying to figure out what you got me into.
Come on, you must be used to this by now. You must be used
Absolutely.
to it by now. Yes, Lorenzo, you definitely know what I'm all about.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, I'm going to start off nice and gently. Okay, Patrick.
Oh,
that's the only way to start out.
You start nice and gentle. You start with me.
Yeah, because it's going to be really nice. This is going to be, just tell me a little bit about Patrick. Patrick, are you dated? Are you with someone? What is your status?
Oh, I'm single, and I am I guess you could say I'm on a bit of hiatus at the moment from dating. Yeah,
I like how you're stuttering.
I'm taking a lot.
Why are you stuttering so much?
I'm taking a break. I'm trying to figure out the best way to kind of describe this. But yeah.
So you're on a hiatus. Okay. All right. So that's good. Lorenzo, what's going on with you?
Ma'am, chilling. my single, a hopeless romantic, true romantic. That's just the way I am. It's the way I was brought up.
Yeah, and I believe that because I know you personally. So definitely, I believe you. Bobby, same question.
I'm in a relationship, and I think from that perspective, it allows me to have a pretty good understanding of, women, what their needs are, their desires. Talk with Savage Desire. So I think being single and like my two colleagues, I think they have one perspective. I think being in a relationship and still having women, come at you is it's a different sort of like mechanic.
And I'm sure that happened to them before in their previous relationship. Or they're going to tell a woman, listen, I'm in a relationship. Does women still come up to you? They think they're a high commodity because you're in a relationship?
It makes you more attractive, which is so weird.
I agree.
It is so weird. It is so weird.
So what if
maybe it's the old adage, you want what you can't have. And perhaps for some, that's just, the task. Let's see if there's somebody that that is looking in my direction, and they know that I'm in a relationship, perhaps they don't know the boundaries. Perhaps, especially in this day and age, where women are so much more forward.
Yes.
At this stage, they want everything fast coffee, fast cars, fast life, and so
But how do you
maybe it is that commodity. They want what they can't have.
How do you reconcile that then with
That was my question.
most women will say they want a good guy, but if they know that you're in a relationship and they're coming at you, if you're going to entertain that, then
okay,
are
what?
you a good guy?
It's a test, to be honest with you. Me myself, sorry, Donna. I think it's a test to see if they're actually marriage material or boyfriend material. Because you have that thing with married men. You have that thing with married men with the ring on the finger. It's like a freaking magnet. It's like you don't get any action or anything like that beforehand, but as soon as you get married, it's like it's coming out of the woodwork.
So my question to that now that you guys were saying, the ring is a magnet, and don't turn anything and spin anything on us women. This is about me asking you.
I was just asking a question.
It sounds like you're just getting against the women because
that's
women
not
are
what
so
that's not what I'm doing.
Women are so strong.
That's not what
I'm
doing.
We're coming after these men because we're up to the challenge. Listen, okay, I have my eye on you.
I'm just trying to understand.
Listen, most women don't even know what they want. You're assuming, I guess, in the terms of this man has a committed relationship. Maybe this man loves commitment, but at the same time, if they decided that they're going to be with you, it's going to be a total different commodity. Anyways, ladies, gentlemen, so commitment. I know we're talking about all of that, but as men, Patrick, you say you're on a hiatus, right?
Yeah.
So are you afraid of commitment? Why are you on a hiatus?
No.
Are you empowering yourself? What's going on?
I was in a relationship that was kind of on again, off again, on again, off again. And, that's ended, and I'm changing the direction of my life. And so taking a step back and reevaluating many, many different things within my life and in order to move forward. So I know what has ended, and that has ended. And so in order to move forward, I need to make sure I'm moving forward with a clean slate. Okay. I'm not bringing any leftover stuff from that.
So when you meet someone, gentlemen, are you guys being authentic? Just for a minute, we're going to pretend that you guys are all single. Are you guys typically authentic when you're speaking to a woman? Is either I want to just have sex, or I'm looking for a relationship, or am I looking for a booty call? Because we want authentic conversation. And I've heard a lot of men saying that women want to hear the truth, but they're not accepting of the truth. No, he laughs.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to be told that I'm.
I know. I want. Listen, this is supposed to be an open, honest forum, because at the end of the day, everybody, man and woman, are saying that they're lonely. And there's billions of man to a woman that needs to be to coexist together. Yeah. But that's not happening. So what is happening right now is that, men are on one side. You ever go to a dance, a West Indian dance, I'm going to call it. Men is on one side, women are the other. Amen. Right?
Me and my boys were always in the middle.
Always in the middle. And this is where no one is trying to be honest and authentic.
Well, I wouldn't say
musical high.
Everybody I'm talking about.
I wouldn't say so much. Yes, I would say there are definitely guys that are out there that will say whatever they feel they need to say in order to get what they want. Okay. Those men are out there.
Of course.
Those women are out there too. That's just people. But I speaking for myself, I know that I'm always doing my best to be as authentic as possible with everybody I come in contact with. Well, you flatten your, why are you batting your eyes like that? But I always do. And if, up until maybe a month ago, I had a friend with benefits.
And she knew
that's what it was from the get-go.
Okay, so you were authentic. And open.
I was very clear with it. And we don't have the benefits anymore, but we're still friends.
Okay, and as long as okay.
However, I've found that he knows exactly what I'm about to say. I have found that sometimes you enter into it with that, but then somebody catch feelings.
And it's always a woman.
And
right?
I didn't say it was always the women.
No,
There are guys
it's
out there
certain-
who catch feelings. However,
Mhm.
I can speak from my experience because I don't date dudes. So because I don't date dudes, I can't, I only date women.
We have
right?
two more. I need responses from them. So
Yeah. I'll talk fast. So yeah, they somewhere along the way they catch feelings. They're like, oh, you're a nice guy, blah blah blah. Maybe we and then when it's like, well, no, this is not the agreement, and if you want that, you can go and find that, but this is not what I want, and that can be a challenge sometimes for people to accept because it is rejection, right? And nobody likes that.
But she okay, you know what? Before we go into that, what about you, Lorenzo and Bobby?
Well, me myself, I try to be I tried to be as authentic as possible, because if you meet somebody and you try to be somebody that you're not, eventually down the line they're going to see the real you. So why would you fake the funk in the beginning and just be yourself? That's the way I've always done it. It has worked for me.
Yeah, it sounds easy and nice. Why fake the funk? Because it happens so many times. Men, women, I'm speaking to some about, and I'm speaking on behalf of these women and the complaints that I've heard that, men are not authentic. They say what they think they want to hear. And I'm hearing you and Patrick saying this beautiful thing, if it's friends with benefit, that's what it is. And then if it's becoming more than that, you're going to lightly push them through the door. That's what men hear, right? That's what I'm hearing. Lightly push them through the door. Don't answer that yet, Bobby.
I always say, like Lorenzo, like Patrick, again, I believe you have to be transparent. And I think that saves you a lot of grief, throughout whatever stage of the relationship. I like to say there's life before Bobby, life during Bobby, and if so, life after Bobby. And I'm going to be that individual, that you meet at the very beginning, who's going to be that way, through the relationship. And then certainly if the relationship ends, hopefully it's not something that's toxic. And, we can part as Patrick would, part as friends. And if you can't, you can't. It doesn't mean because we're no longer in a relationship, I need to extinguish everything that, you and I, had with one another. I'm sure there were some good times as there were bad times. So being transparent, I think being authentic is really the goal for any man, or should be the goal for any man. If there's guys that are out there that are doing something else, then that's between them and the mirror that they stand in front of at some point in time.
It sounds really nice what you guys are saying. So my question is,
I agree.
I'm sure you will. So my question is, can you tell if a woman is catching feelings?
Yes.
Before you move on to that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask can I ask these guys a question?
Of course.
Okay. So if you guys have been in a relationship, that the friends with benefits sort of relationship, and you've had that conversation, is what you say what is received?
So if I can, I think women want to hear what they want to hear. Again, I think
French or puzzle, or are you authentic and straight to the point? Listen,
so
this is just a booty call.
Yeah, you had that conversation. This is the nature of what our relationship is going to be. It's a booty call. It's friends with benefits, whatever. Do you feel that that's the message that is received by that person, the other person, by the woman?
So I believe.
I want to hear you too.
I believe that, again, women will hear what they want to hear. And I think in that question that you're asking, I think, they probably do understand the dynamics of what that statement is, but somewhere inside of their internal self, there must be a desire for them to want more than that, especially if you're treating them really well. I mean, you're not disrespecting them. And if the sex is off the chain, then there is that desire that they would want much more than that. And so they definitely don't necessarily hear, they hear what you're saying, but there may be that underlying factor where they want a little bit more.
So do you ever remind them if you see like there's some feelings or they're being, what's the word I'm looking for? More emotionally attached? Because you said you can tell if a woman is getting more emotionally attached. So she's not saying it, but she's showing it. Do you at any point say to them, you know what, I think maybe it's time that we depart, or I feeling that there's some emotions going on and we had a discussion that this is what it's supposed to be. It's just a booty call. We can hang out and nothing more. Or you just bounce and do.
I think that
it happens.
I think myself, if you're upfront and honest, if you're upfront and honest from the beginning, then there should not be any problems.
Okay.
But again, males and females, both after the first round of sex or whatever, it's always, oh, it was pretty good. Now they're going to want it more and more and more. And the more they do, more feelings might become involved. So at the same time, when you feel that those feelings are starting to come involved with the relationship or whatever situation you guys are going to be in, it's just a matter of just saying, hold on, wait a minute. We have, and again, this is being honest from the beginning. We're starting to, get a little bit too deep now. But then again, like I said, there's some women that will handle that, and there's some men that won't handle that. They can't handle that.
Okay. So you know what? I hear what you're saying, Lorenzo, but do you ever think, or I don't think it's not necessarily sex or the intercourse they want, it's the more the intimacy, masculine energy, that energy versus the whole penetration, because women love intimacy. And a lot of times they don't know how to do.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you said something. So sometimes they don't know how to.
That's what I'm saying.
Is he cutting out on me?
I think he's cutting out.
Yeah.
I think we're. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. When it comes down to that, females are always more emotional beings. They're emotional creatures by nature. And they want that closeness, and they want that person that they can be with. But if they say to you, I'm just looking for a booty call or whatever, and once they find that person that they want to do that with, and he hits it right, that booty call is going to change.
So it's right that's going to change your mind, right?
But there's also
exactly when he hits it right.
There's also parts of that wherein and this can happen on both sides of the fence, wherein they would prefer more than just the booty call, but they'll accept the booty call, hoping, on the back end things might shift.
Definitely.
Right. And so if it ends up in a situation where it doesn't become more than the booty call, then that situation can get a little volatile.
So my question to all of that is, Patrick and Bobby and Lorenzo, why a booty call? Why couldn't that person be your person versus saying, you know what? You're going to be the booty call. You're just here holding space. Question. Holding space.
That's a loaded question.
You know what? I'm putting it out there. Why are you here? You're good enough for me to have sex with and ravished and beat up and all the niceness. Then probably get fed, but I'm not good enough to be introduced to the family or to have that serious relationship.
So considering we have about a minute before commercial.
Maybe it's just a physical thing.
Okay, so hold on to that. Hold on to that question. So we're going to go to commercial just about now because I don't want to.
Yeah, we've got about a minute before commercial.
What a minute?
50 seconds before commercial.
So make sure you think about this because I want all three of you to answer. Why not me, but her?
Not me. Oh.
But I'm good enough to smack. and fling on the wall, but not good enough to wear the ring or to live with or to have a committed relationship.
You ready for the answer for that one?
I am me and every
You
woman,
sure?
every woman.
I don't
All right.
I got my answer ready.
I don't think they're gonna believe us. I don't think they're gonna believe us.
Ready already.
And true. I want.
They're not gonna
authentic.
believe us.
We don't care what they wanted, but we're talking about it. Authentic. I don't want you to think about it. It needs to come from the gut. I want you to be truthful because I know all three of you very well. Okay, we're going to go on a commercial break. So we're going to get back.
Hey, this is Emily King, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
The internet's wide web. iLive Radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio. This is Jay Mouse. Enjoy.
How you doing? What's good? This is the Lyrical, sitting in my zone here, vibing and listening to iLive. If you don't know, get to know. And if you do know, you don't know. And if you know, then relax and enjoy the ride.
Attention à tous les musiciens, groupes, associations, clubs et organisations qui représentent les styles collectifs de musique à travers la Canada. Le moment est venu de reconstruire des genres de nations musicales collectives comme le hip-hop, le R&B, le jazz, le soul, le reggae, le gospel et plus unis. La Nation de la musique collective est une organisation à but non lucratif engagée dans le développement de la musique collective. Des adhésions gratuites sont disponibles dès maintenant. La Nation de la musique collective, une seule voix, la force dans l'unité.
Nothing makes you look, feel, and perform better than a tailor-made suit. Just like a tailor-made suit, a mortgage is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Canadian Tailored Mortgage Solutions will customize a mortgage to perfectly suit your needs. Come and get fitted for your mortgage today at 1-877-834-9346 or reach us on the web at ctmortgagesolutions.com. COVID safety protocols are in place. Brokerage license number 13228.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
Here are some words of wisdom. Don't change your station. Don't change your station.
Welcome back. This is Donna Savage. We talk with Savage Desires on iLive Radio. And today we have three handsome men. We're talking about them. What do men want when it comes to women and relationship? So before we went on this break, we were at my loaded question as per Patrick was asking, why are you choosing me for a booty call, but choosing her to introduce to your family and for marriage? So, Bobby.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Yes.
So, Dee, I think it's, so again, for me, and let me not speak for the generalized of men, but for me, I think it comes down to about time. And I think time has a lot to do with the commitment that you put into the relationship. For example, if I can't commit the time and the attention that I think is necessary in the relationship, but yet you and I still connect, we connect in a variety of different ways, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, that connection and that bond can't necessarily be broken because we connect and we communicate in a certain way. And so when you go back to the original question of, transparency and authenticness, if I tell you that I don't have the time to commit to the relationship that is necessary, then I think that means something. And I think you have to really pay attention to that as a woman, because if you ignore that, and then you get it into your headspace that, maybe I get more of this on the back end or what have you, then I think you set yourself up for disappointment and potentially, hurt feelings and failure. But I think if you pay attention to the guy and what he's telling you, then you really should be able to, detect this is what it is. And until he gets, or for me, I get more time allotted because I have so many other things going on. I don't want to ignore that, right? I don't want to compromise you by saying, yes, I want this relationship. And then you see me sporadically. And the only time you see me is, when we have sex and we're intimate. Because then you start thinking, well, is that all you want me for? Why didn't you say that from the beginning? So that's my response to that question.
Okay, so you're saying it's time, all right? So, and I get what you're saying, and you're gonna be authentic, saying, listen, right now I don't have that time to be committed to a relationship, but I do have the time that I'll call you once in a while to have that amazing sex with, or that amazing whatever you want to call it with. All right. And we're spending time together. We're dating for 2-3 years. And all of a sudden, after 2 or 3 years, situation changed. Right. So situation changed and Marie comes by.
But you're not dating.
No, we're not dating, but it feels like it. Although we're having consensual sex and we're having amazing sex, he's going to be blowing my mind.
Yeah.
And he's going to make all these feelings go on. That's fine. And we're not dating.
Exactly.
And I get that we're not dating, but then why am I good enough to have sex with? But no, you're free of your time. Your time is good. Why can't I have that? Give me that time to figure out if this could make a relationship versus leaving me behind and gone to somebody else.
But that's not, hang on. You can't add dynamics, into the equation because
well, I am at this point. At this point, I am. And I'm not speaking from my heart. I'm emotional. I'm just speaking for other women.
No, I understand
That's
that.
changing the rules in the middle of the game.
You're hoping
this is what happens. This is why it's halfway through you had this agreement in the beginning. And then the rules change.
But remember, you said it too. It happened to men. I remember.
No, it happens to guys. Guys catch feelings.
After when I got separated from my ex-husband and I dated, I wasn't ready for a relationship yet. And the guy was a little bit younger than me. And, I said, you know what, dude? Let's have some fun. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Have some fun. 4 months in the relationship. Well, I don't want to have
It was a relationship?
Well, 4 months into having the fun, he wanted now a committed relationship. But I was not authentic like you guys. I ghosted him.
Wow. He's probably watching this right now.
Back in those days, but back in
now, let me ask you this.
25 years of marriage, I didn't know about dating. And I didn't know how to pick up the phone and said, oh my God, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't. So the easiest thing for me to do is run.
But a couple of things that I think we sort of struggle or bump into each other is the use of language. So when you have the rules of engagement, wherein this is what we're doing, and if it's a year or 2 years, whatever, and the other one person's looking at this as it's a relationship that we're in because we're having sex, then there's going to be a problem. Because if I'm not looking at this as a relationship, or you're not looking at this as a relationship, we're just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment that shifts in someone else's head, there's going to be some challenges, because then, they're going to find somebody and it's going to be the why not me? How come that person this or that, right? And it might be that, like, I know for me, emotionally, I was at when I had my friends with benefit, emotionally, I was not in a place that I was ready to settle down. I was going to jump from one relationship into another relationship. I know that I needed some time to cool off. This person was there. She was cute. And
why didn't you cool off your anatomy as well?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Let's see how long that's going to last. Lorenzo, you're in turn, my darling.
Lack of faith in me, man. Lack of faith.
Wow.
We've been friends many years.
All right.
Many years.
I think we lost them again.
I think to answer your question, I think what's the difference? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I think. Okay, I think it's what the difference is. The time, like he said, the time that you meet that person, where you're at, what you're doing, what emotion that you're feeling at the time. You might say to one girl, damn, she got a nice fat one back there. I just want to hit that one time or whatever, and be like, at the time, it's like you just want to just have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And if that person says to you right off the bat, I'm down with it, in the man's mind, it's like, that's not somebody I want to take home to my mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who I want to be with, because she's so easy. And to say, yeah, that's what I want, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, after time goes on, if that's something that you want to continue, it should be an open forum to say, okay, are we going to continue doing this booty call, or are we going to get serious? If it stays the same, if you meet somebody else then that person should be involved with it as well, as far as to say, listen, I met somebody, you know, I want to see where this goes. I'm going to cut the booty call for right now. That's probably where the communication should be involved.
Okay, Lorenzo,
I would say.
quickly. Okay, I'm not sure if I heard you right. So you're saying why a booty call probably will start is if they're easy. Is that what you said? No? What did you get? What is gone?
Yeah, because if you're looking at the physical, if you're looking at if you're looking for, if a man has a thing for big behind, big booties, and he just happens to see a female walking down the street and he approaches her, that's something physical. If she says yeah, that she's down with it from the beginning on the first conversation, a man's gonna think, damn, she's that easy that she wants to do this right now. That's all she wants is just a booty call. That's not somebody I want to bring home to mom.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
But at the same time, like I said, as time goes on, you know, after you get to know somebody, to know that person, then you would say, okay, are we going to continue this booty call thing, this sex thing only, or are we going to try to, you know, after you get to know that person, are we going to try to get to, you know each other a little bit better and see where it goes?
Okay, that's that. Okay, so this girl that you meet don't have a big ass, and she doesn't look physically what is normally appealing to you, but her energy, her feminine energy, and her essence is just amazing because she's such a confident queen. And you met this beautiful ass woman, confident. Her ass is flat like mine, and for some unknown reason, you meet up. You have coitus or sex on the first date, but she is this person that you could take home. But because she slept with you on the first date, that put her in the category of.
Well, see,
I think is it.
You know, I've had that before. I've had that to where I've actually met somebody and I actually fell in love with her from the first day I met her. You know, after a while, you know, it was physical in the beginning. The first day I met her, it was strictly physical. But at the same time, I liked her energy, her positiveness, and most of all, her beauty.
Okay. All right.
So as time went on, it didn't stay that way.
It's changed.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It didn't stay that way.
Okay. All right.
It changed.
All right.
For me, I would say that for a lot of guys, there's multiple aspects of a woman can stimulate my body, but do I feel emotionally safe with her? Does she stimulate my mind? What are all the other things that she's bringing to the table? And so most guys, when they have a conversation with a woman, fairly quickly kind of figure out where she might fit, whether or not, you know, this friends with benefits, booty call, whatever. Given time, things could shift, things could change. Yeah, definitely. But for when a guy's thinking of a woman that he's going to marry and spend the rest of his life with, it's not just about the sex that he's looking at. She might be amazing at sex, but if I don't feel emotionally safe with her, if I can't tell her my hopes and dreams and feel a real good sort of connection with her, I think there's a lot of guys out there that would gravitate to a woman that does that for them, that was okay in bed, versus a woman that was wicked in bed but didn't have some of those other qualities.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. So when you meet this person, right, and you're gonna look at them and say, you know what, is she a booty call? Because you're saying if this woman is not readily emotionally available for you, but you know, so you met this person and she looks amazing. So no, because I know they say men compartmentalize everything, right? So now you meet this person and she looks wicked in that bed,
Mhm.
and she looks like the type who will be throwing you down. Are you going to be also emotionally? Because if this person is just a booty call, there's no emotion that's going to go on. She's not going to. You're not going to probably tell her about how your day is going, or what's going on with you, or my past is this way because I have anger issues. Because basically, if you meet a person, it's just about the physical of things.
Yeah.
So how are you going to know if this person is going to be readily available for you, so you can dump on her, not dump on her emotions, but have that conversation? Yeah.
So Donna, my question is, why can't I be
After time.
engaged and communicate with her if it's still a booty call or what have you? Like, I mean, if I'm mature enough to, get in between the sheets with a woman, then I think, and communicate that and from the beginning say, this is what it is. Why can't I feel comfortable in sharing my day, what's going on in my life, without any expectations of having her be the savior or be that person, to remedy or resolve whatever my challenges or issue are. I'm just communicating with you because she still has that energy. She still has that, mystique. She's a beautiful queen. I can still share with her whatever those things are and still have an incredible, intimate lifestyle with her.
And you definitely can, Bobby. Have no problem with it. I'm just kind of backing up, talking towards what Patrick said, that that person probably won't be emotionally ready. You won't
No. So what I said.
Okay, let me tell me what you said.
What I said is the connection that you have that a guy would have with her. Right. It's about that connection that he's able to have with her. So
with the person.
With that person.
Okay.
Right. So the way in which so call it the intangibles, right? How does she make me feel emotionally as a person? How do I connect with her in conversation, all of that sort of stuff? That's one piece. Sex is another piece. So I could be in a booty call relationship with somebody and it's purely sex. Yeah, we will have a conversation here and there, but whatever it is that I'm looking for or that would appeal to me or connect with me on that, I don't know, emotional, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. I know that that's not there. But the sex is wicked. So she's a booty call.
Okay, the sex is wicked. And I keep hearing that amazing piece that the booty call, the sex is going to always be wicked. So you meet the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and she is great at everything else but the sex. Then what?
Like I said before, there are guys out there that will.
You.
Okay. If the sex is okay, but she has all the other qualities, I'm okay with that, because the other connections that I have are just as valid or just as important, maybe even more so than the sex piece. And we can always work on the sex piece thing, but the other stuff, it's harder. If she's not operating at that level to have that connection, it's harder for. And I'm not trying to fix nobody, right? If she's not there, she's not there. But if she's there physically, we can do a thing,
guys.
As long as she's clear that we're doing a thing.
Guys, you agree? Men?
Yeah, I think so. I
agree.
Yeah, I think that's where you can separate, if I'm hearing Patrick correctly, you can separate the two, still share whatever it is you need to share, compartmentalize what you have to compartmentalize, and move forward. If down the road you find yourselves becoming attracted to one another, again, and if this is a mutual step for the both of you, then fine. You've just basically transformed your relationship from a booty call into something, meaningful, or long-term.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm assuming it's meaningful while you're having this booty call.
Well, it's
meaningful booty call.
It's filling your need.
It's a meaningful booty call.
I totally agree with that.
Oh my God. So for those who are joining me, we're talking to those three men about relationship and communication, and why is it that they choose one woman over and the other. And they're all basically saying that they're authentic in choosing a booty call and to say for what it really is. So my question now, gentlemen, is what is it that you look for in a woman? I know Patrick kind of mentioned what he looks for in a woman, and we're talking about, she can do certain things, but why me? Why choose me as a woman? Why me and not somebody else?
Okay, so let one of the other brothers go first. We've got
well, how I see it, the way what I look for.
We've got about 2 minutes before commercial breaks,
Okay.
but
Okay. So Lorenzo,
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
yeah.
No.
And he's gone again.
You're gone.
Okay. What I look for in can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Lorenzo, me come back.
Okay.
I'll come.
What I look for in a woman is not.
Yeah, his internet
All right.
is challenged at the moment.
Oh my God. Lorenzo is calling all the way from Florida.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm technically challenged right now.
Yeah, we can see that and hear that.
Okay, let's pick this up because we've got about almost a minute before the next commercial break. So we'll jump back out.
We'll come back to that
with
question.
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah, Bobby's gonna have more. He's gonna have more than a minute to say something. So
no, but well, quickly before the commercial break, I would say it's not always about the physical aspects. I think a woman with drive, ambition. I think that's very attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think if she's very ambitious or shows ambition and has drive and she's goal oriented, I think I can complement that. And then you throw the physical aspect on top of that, could be a no brainer.
Oh, awesome. Good answer.
And she's got to understand balance.
Balance.
Yeah, no brainer. Balance.
As long as she can balance on her brain, she's good.
Oh, hey. Oh, even better.
Even better, right? All right, now we're gonna go on a commercial break. So when we come back, we're gonna pick it up a notch. All right, so 7 seconds. So if you hear the commercial break, we're gone.
Hopefully, Orlando.
Okay.
This is Adrena, and you're listening to iLife Radio, changing the way you listen to radio, to radio, to radio, to radio, to radio.
Hey, this is Bay Bright, the bad boy anti-soul, Bright Vision Entertainment CEO, and you're chilling, listening to iLive Radio. Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Keep it.
This is Cheryl Brooks, and you're listening to iLive Radio, supporting independent artists and their music.
Hello, I am Erica, and you're listening to iLife Radio with some of the best independent artists from around the world. What up, it's your girl Shanaz, and you're listening to some of the best independent soul music from around the world with iLife Radio. This is Miss Care, keeping you connected with your iLive 555. Brought to you by iLive Music, sponsored by Independent Hype, and powered by The Hook Entertainment. Contribute to the conversation by using hashtag iLive555.
For the latest and greatest in soul music and more, stay tuned to iLive Radio throughout the week.
Connect with our team at iliveradio.com or follow us at iLive Radio across social platforms.
You're listening to iLive Radio, www.iliveradio.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Donna Savage with Talk with Savage Desires, where tonight we are talking to 3 gentlemen about what is it that men want in a woman, and if they truly, truly understand women's need. So I'm going to jump in. I know I asked a question before, but we only have 15 minutes, and I want to jump into another segment before we're done because I want to get this through. So I did a survey with about 20 women. All right. And the question that I asked was, when you guys are sleeping, when you're sleeping with your husband, what is it that is on your mind?
Like, are you in the moment? What are you thinking about? What's going on in that head of yours? So, men, you want to hear what them said? Do you want to hear what these ladies said about that?
Absolutely.
They said
Of course.
They said they think about another gentleman.
Absolutely.
Believe it.
Do you know what? And I'm sure it happens to you guys too. And I spoke to one elderly lady, said she is 78 years old. She said, why would people be thinking anything else but being in the moment? And this is a 78-year-old woman, and I was like, speechless. And I thought maybe it was someone that was speaking on her behalf or something. And I said, who is this? And when she told me, and I spoke to her niece, she said, yeah, my aunt said it. So, men, why are you allowing these women to think about other men? What's going on? Are you not pleasing them the way they need to be pleased?
First of all, who are these lonely heart women that are thinking about another man in bed?
I would like to know that. Come on, what is going on? Aren't you guys doing the due diligence? Aren't you guys making love to their brains before them even start? Are you guys foreplaying? What's going on? Why are these women thinking about men?
I'll let one of those guys go first. That's what I need to say.
Bobby's scratching his ears. Come here, Bobby. You actually.
Go ahead, Lorenzo.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Everybody's passing the
No, I have no problem.
We can hear you.
What is this?
Okay, Lorenzo, what's going on? Why are these women not thinking about?
Okay.
I think we're losing him.
I couldn't begin to tell you. I couldn't begin to tell you why.
Okay, you know what? So that's good. So the other question is, and I want you to, I'm going to lump it up.
That's something I've never heard of that.
Listen, I made the survey and I was so surprised too. Well, kind of not.
I'm not surprised by that.
No, that's why I said kind of not. I was wanting to make you guys feel a little ways, but it didn't
feel
work.
no way.
And the other thing
Obviously,
is,
we are too, I guess.
I'm sure you guys are. And the other thing is, the other question they were asking is, every time, why is it most men ask a woman if they came? That was another thing. Those are the two surveys. Every time we finish having sex, a man will ask, did you come? Did you come? So to say all of that is to say is, don't you know when you women have an orgasm?
My spidey senses usually are pretty good at picking up on, critical information like that. And so I don't I don't ever second guess, the powers that I possess. So yeah, I believe I'm pretty attentive to ensure that my partner is extremely satisfied. Again, it's communication. It comes down to all that, right? Mm-hmm. So before, during, and after. So again, yeah,
That's just the bottom line.
I'm pretty secure in that.
Laura, do you want to go ahead?
Communication,
but that's okay. Communication is great, but can you tell if your partner have an orgasm versus asking, baby, did you come?
Okay, so you asked two questions.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Two questions.
Okay, so
but he's trying to answer. So
I have no problem with that in that area.
So you can tell, is what you're saying. Yes, you can tell. Okay.
I don't have no problem. I can tell. Yes, I can definitely tell. And no, I don't have no problem with that.
So if you're in the moment for a second and you realize that, okay, so this girl is thinking about something else. You lick up her head, or you said, you just have a conversation and say, baby, what you thinking about? Come on, Patrick. And so I'm sorry. I'm back on the train.
You're back
I'm back on the train. Right?
Okay. So
I mean, when it comes down to something like that, you can pretty much tell.
You think?
Let's not get it twisted, okay? And women are way better at this.
If it's something like that,
way better than in what terms?
In terms of hiding what's going on inside their heads than we are.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not get it twisted. So first question you asked is why are women thinking about other men? I think that speaks more to the woman than it does the man. In that, if what the guy's doing isn't working for her, then it might be a good thing for her to communicate that. Not every man has, great amazing skills to decipher whatever, but I think that there has to be communication there. And if she needs to be thinking about someone else other than the person that she's with in order to get to that stage, then that needs to be a conversation as to why or how or what, or what things need to change in order to make her be present. If it it could be that there could be a million different reasons as to why that is. I've been with women who have a very short attention span, and in mid conversation they could lose a train of thought. During sex they lose focus, and within conversations in and around that, it's not a me thing. It's something that's going on with them. So, but there's got to be some kind of a conversation in and around it. I don't think it's necessarily, well, it's the guy's fault because she's thinking about something else. It might be. It totally might be. And if he's not doing what she needs him to do to work it out for her, then she really needs to communicate to him, and he needs to be able to listen to what it is that she has to say. So there's I don't know, call it a yin yang, that sort of balance that needs to be there to some degree. But it starts with her being able to communicate clearly what's going on within her head, so that her partner can have an understanding of that and work with that. The second question you asked?
Why do men, if you don't realize, if a woman is having an orgasm, can you tell?
Oh, can you tell? Again, that depends on the women. Some women's bodies react wherein there's no misconception about what's going on there. And then there are some women who their bodies don't react like that. And so it might take a little bit more of a understanding of her body to be able to figure out what the cues are as to why that's happening. But there are some women, I'll be honest, there are some women that I'm like, I
don't care.
I don't care. Oh, I always care. Okay. That I absolutely had no idea what was going on there, because they're locked up inside their head. And there's a fear of expression for them. And I can't control that.
No, you definitely can't control that.
That's my 2 cents.
That's your 2 cents?
Yeah.
Lawrence, you keep chipping out on us. Can you put in your 2 cents too? No?
I think there's a lag somewhere in there.
Yeah, there's a lag.
It's a long way between Florida and Canada.
It's not that long. You're not in the third world country or anything.
It is in the US.
It's a big lag there somewhere.
That is true. That is true.
What was the question before?
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be okay. You know what? Let's just tighten up some stuff.
But I think there's it's all about communication.
Number one thing.
I agree. It is all
thing.
about. That's all it is about. And there should not be a well.
That's first and foremost in any relationship.
So okay, so just to tighten this up, and I want all three of you to dive into this for a couple minutes. I guess I know we're coming to an end soon, but what is it men want in women? What is it that you're looking for? Well, okay.
It sounds cheesy, but
what I'm looking for is somebody that I can talk to.
That's it.
Your best friend, when you need your best friend, your ride or die.
Oh well, that's why I have to make sure this.
Okay. All right. You, Lorenzo, hold on for
a woman that can fulfill all your needs.
That's a lot. That's a long, tall order. That's a very tall order.
Well, we don't know what the order is.
We know. Okay, Bobby, please.
Yeah, again, I think your best friend, when you need your best friend, you want someone who is not going to judge you because of the things that you express. your thoughts. And yeah, you're that partner that is gonna write it out with you, right? I've done in the last 2 years, 3 years or so, my best not to judge anyone's decisions. Like I've tried my hardest not to do it and not be judgmental. I came out of a profession where that was like the baseline for everything, and so I had to deprogram myself not to do it. And so if I'm looking for a partner, I'm hoping that that's the person that I have.
Nice. Patrick?
Communication is huge. Saying what you mean and mean what you say is huge. And that's huge for me. Holding herself accountable for what she says and what she does is important. Me being able to feel emotionally safe, to share my innermost thoughts and dreams and know that it's not going to be used as a weapon or anything like that. Compassion is hugely important. Being able to stimulate my mind, whether we're talking about, I don't know, the universe or trash TV, some kind of, what was that bling thing you were watching? But just someone who is safe, who feels comfortable, feels like home, who's gonna go out of her way to make sure that I feel as comfortable with her as I'm going to feel. I make her feel comfortable with me, and our home is going to be a space of separation from the rest of the world. So me and her against the world, sort of thing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, Patrick, Bobby, Lorenzo. Tonight we were talking about what is it that men want or they need in women. And so far what I've been hearing is communication. And women, we need to be authentic. What they say is what they say. We need to be awake and to understand what men say is exactly what they mean. We don't want them to sugarcoat anything and don't think it's changing. What they say is exactly what it is. And we need to come out of our head and be authentic with ourselves. I'm okay with a booty call. Am I here to change someone? We're not here to change anyone. If a booty call is not for you, move on to the next person. We have so much men in this world and women as well. So if that person's not for you, move on to the next. My name is Donna Savage. Am I on time or we're good?
You're good.
We're good? We're good.
Feeling that we're respected and heard is huge.
Okay, to hear what Patrick said, feeling that they're respected and heard is huge. All right, and if you who is who they want, they will tell you. No story. They're not coming up with any fluff. It is what it is. And listen, intently listen to what they're saying. Right? They're not joking. What they say is what they mean. No fluff. No games. They're being authentic, and I'm not playing around. Okay, no games. These men are over 45 years old, and they're
why you got to put us on blast like that?
Goodness, 45 years old, and there's no game, and there's no shame in their game. All right, so we're going to tighten up. This is Donna Savage with Talk with Savage Desires on iLive.
My name is Jeff Skull, aka DJ Scully Funk. Every Sunday afternoon, my partner Gary, aka DJ Gaza Taylor, and